Hi everyone, today is March 24th, 2020, and we are going to begin Chapter 5. Before we begin, I hope everyone reviewed Chapter 4 with the video that I sent and looked through the first 3 pages of Chapter 5 with your families so that you can be introduced to the chapter. So if you haven't already, please check out this page, Going Places with Go Math Words. It's bingo, and you use the word box with these words here. We all know that vocabulary is really important for math so that you can use mathematician language when you are solving problems. You can play this with your families or with your siblings if you have them. There's 3 to 6 players. You can get the word cards from the vocabulary page in the book. And you could just make a bingo board if you don't already have one out of paper. And if you don't have markers, you can just use pens or crayons. And this is how you play. Read over each step together with your family, and then send me pictures or messages about how it went. Okay, so I'm going to begin with lesson 5.1, Algebra, Breaking Apart Ones to Subtract. Before I begin, I just want to let you know that you can pause this video at any time if you would like to take notes. And there will be moments where I ask you to pause to fill in your own book and then press play to see what I do next and check your work. Okay, so the essential question for today is, how does breaking apart a number make subtracting easier? We all remember breaking apart numbers to add back in chapter 4. So let's break apart some numbers now. You will write 2 add-ins for each sum below. And here's a hint, use double facts to solve. Pause here and fill in all of the boxes. When you are ready, press play and you will see how I filled them out. Okay, so I hope some of you used what you know about doubles facts. So for example, when you look at 7, it's not an even number, but we know 3 plus 3 is 6, and 7 is 1 more than 6. 1 more than 3 is 4. Same with 9 and 5. They're both odd numbers. Let's do 9. The whole number is 9. We need to find the 2 parts, the 2 add-ins. We know that 4 plus 4 is 8. 9 is 1 more than 8, so 1 more than 4 is, you got it, 5. 5. 2 plus 2 is 4. 5 is 1 more than 4, so 1 more than 2 is 3. 2 plus 3 is 5. The 2 add-ins, 2 and 3, make the sum of 5. And we know these double facts, don't we? 3 plus 3 is 6. 2 plus 2 is 4. 4 and 4 make 8. Good. Now, if you can, pause here and discuss the math talks with someone next to you. Describe how you chose add-ins for each sum. Did you use doubles facts or did you use a different strategy? When you are ready, press play and we will move on. Welcome back. So we're going to break apart ones and subtract in 2 steps. Do you remember when we broke apart the ones to add? Well, now we're going to break apart the ones to subtract and get to the nearest 10. So The problem is 63 minus 7. We're going to break apart the 7 into two parts. They did it for us, so just trace over 3 and 4. 3 and 4 make 7. Good. Now, we need to subtract 3 to get to 60, right? So 63, if we do 3 minus 3, that makes 60. Let's check using the number line. Start at 63 and subtract 3. 1, 2, 3. 60. Now we have 60 minus 4 is left over as one of the parts of 7, right? So now we have 60 minus 4. Let's use the number line. 60, subtract 4. That means going backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4. You got it. 56. So 63 minus 7 is 56. Yep, you got it. Now, I'd much rather be doing this with all of you in class. I know that we would be doing this up on the board, and some of you would come up and take turns showing the class how you solved your own problems. But since we have to do it at home, I will do numbers 1 and 2 with you, and then you will do 3 through 6 on your own, and then check your work. Okay? All right, here we go. Number 1. 55 minus 8 is, so we're going to break apart the 8 into two parts. We know that 5 and 3 makes 8. We need to turn 55 into the nearest 10. But we're subtracting, right? So we're going to do 5 minus 5. Let's use the number line. Go to 50. Oops, sorry. Go to 55. And we're going to subtract 5. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we have 50. Awesome. Now, what part do we have left over? 3, right? Now we're going to subtract 3. Count backwards. 1, 2, 3. 47. So 55 minus 8 is 47. Good. Now I'm going to erase this to do the next one for you, but you don't have to erase your number line. You can just keep working with it. Okay, number 2, 42 minus 5. We have to break apart the 5 so that we can use one of the parts to make 42 40, right? The nearest 10. All right, here we go. 2 plus 3 is 5. So we're going to take this 2. They cancel out. 2 minus 2 is 0. That makes 40, right? I'll put it over here for you. Now let's check up here. Go to 42 on the number line. And let's subtract 2. Ready? 1, 2. 40. You were right. All right, let's see. We have 3 left. So to finish subtracting, we have 40 minus 3. Sorry about the handwriting. I'm using the iPad and it's kind of hard. Okay, so 40 minus 3. Let's go back to the number line. 40. Let's count back. 3. 1, 2, 3. 37. So 42 minus 5 is 37. Good. Now, in a moment, you'll press pause and you will complete numbers 3, 4, 5, and 6 on your own. When you are done, please press play and then check your work. Before I show you the answers, I wanted to talk about breaking apart the numbers a little bit. Some of you may have been getting confused when you break apart the number because I'll just show you an example. I know some of you know 2 and 7 make 9. And then it gets confusing because you need to make 41 40. But 41 minus 2 is 39, right? So when you are breaking apart the smaller number, make sure that you are using one of the parts that will turn the whole number into a 10. So 41 minus what will be 40? 41 minus 1 will be 40. And then what other part is missing? Yeah, 8. All right, so I hope you all checked your work and I hope the video helped you to understand the steps. If you need to, you can always rewind or start over to review it. The next step is, as all of you know, on your own. Yep. So on your own, you will continue to break apart the ones to subtract and then write the difference on the line. Remember, the difference is the answer when you subtract a part from a whole number. Okay. You'll do numbers 7 through 12. One thing that I do want to remind you, 7 through 14, is to use cubed when you do the word problems. So remember, C, circle the numbers. U, underline the question. B, box important words. What words would be important in this word problem? Cheryl brought 27 bagels for the bake sale. Mike brought 24 bagels. They sold all but 9 of them. How many bagels did they sell? What what would be something important here so that we can know if we're adding or subtracting, or what they want us to do? Well, the question is, how many bagels did they sell? We know Cheryl brought 27, and we know Mike brought 24. They sold all but 9 of them. Sold means they got rid of. All but, so they got rid of all of them except for 9. So I think that's really important to know. The next letter in cubed is E. Eliminate any unnecessary words. I don't think anything in this word problem is not necessary, so we don't have to eliminate anything or get rid of anything. And D, to draw. So if you like, you can draw a picture to help you solve this problem. Go ahead and pause here and complete both pages 319 and 320 on your own. Do what you can by yourself first. If you need an adult or someone to help you read the problems, that's totally fine. And then after you've tried to solve them on your own, definitely ask for help. And go ahead and when I'm done talking, you can pause. And then when you're done, you can press play and check your work. Okay, if you see this screen, that means that you paused, completed the pages, checked your work, and now you unpaused and you're checking again. So look at the answers on these next 2 pages. Check to see if you're correct. If you got any wrong, circle them and then go back and try again. For the word problems, please don't forget to use the cubed method. Look and see how I used it to guide me. You can also, with your tablet or your parents' smartphone, take a picture of the math on the spot, and it will show you an example lesson too. Okay, this is the end of lesson 5.1. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I hope that you understand the material. Remember, you could always look back and review again if you need to. If you would like to, or if you feel like you need it, please go ahead and practice the homework. I will not be collecting the homework. I will like your books back at the end so that I can check through and make sure that you did it and that you understood the work. 5.6, we will have a quiz, and I will ask for your parents to send me a picture of that, and I will ask for you to do that on your own. So make sure that you are really practicing the work before then, so that by the time we get to 5.6, you'll be ready for the quiz. All right, mathematicians, I had so much fun learning with you. Until next time, talk to you soon.